back to my channel. Today this should be my Monday video, Craft With Me Monday. However, Monday my printer and router and such decided not to work. So, I'm doing it today. Okay, so I am working with the Amalfi Coast kit from Wild Rose Bohemian. And I am working also with the Friday freebies and the AC paper, mixed media background papers. I love these. So what I did was I grabbed this and I thought, well, I wanted to put it together, but I thought I would show you what I'm going to do with it. So you can just take and print it and fold it in half and you get a nice little booklet, which is what I decided to do because that gives me my front and my back, and I glue it, and then when the glue is dry, it's nice and sturdy. But I want a tie on this, so I thought what I would do is I would put my tie in, and then I'm going to score these lines. So I chose this because I thought it kind of goes with this in here. That's what my thinking was. And I want this to go around a few times, and I want it to be doubled up. So I'm going to make my tie very long. If you're wondering why I'm kind of working on an angle here, it's because my big puppy Charlie is in here with me, and Buggy Boo he's in his bed, but Charlie's bum is right at my wheel of my chair, so I don't want to disturb him. So I think this should be about long enough. We're just going to give it a little bit more because we can cut some off. And I'm going to snip that over here. It's kind of a little awkward, I will say. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and put it in the middle. So when I glue this down, I'm kind of crowded in over here because this is the mess part that you don't see. And that's kind of where I'm in. Okay, so I am just going to make sure that we're in the middle-ish. Make sure, okay, I can pull it a little bit more. There we go, a little bit more. Okay, then I'm just going to take my tacky glue here, and I'm just going to give it a really good, did I grab the wrong glue? I may have grabbed the wrong bottle. Oh well, hopefully this will do us. I'm just going to go around. Lots of glue, lots of glue. Okay. And then I'm just going to put this right back here, because I think this is a good spot for it. And I'm just going to spread them just a little bit here, just so to make sure that they are not layered up at all. And then I'm just going to put one final blip of glue here to make sure that my strings do not go anywhere. Okay. Okay, I'm going to just close that up because we're not going to need it right now. And I'm just going to take make sure that everything is pressed down. And you might see my string there, but that's okay. I'm okay with that because we'll fix it. And I'm just going to let that dry a little bit while we try something else. Yeah, so you're going to see that string, but I'm okay. I'm okay with that. We're going to cover it up on the, we're going to cover the front anyway, so we got to wait until it's dry to do our scoring. There we go. Okay. So while that's drying, I found some things. And these, aren't these gorgeous? These ladies are beautiful. And I thought, well, you know, there's so many different things that we can do with these. And so I thought, well, we can keep them as this. Or I think it comes on a card with 9 of them, I think. And what I did too, and I know this has probably been done many times, but I thought that you could keep them like this too and just make kind of a little thingy here. And it's kind of like a little surprise. And then I kept one to put on this front so that it doesn't look, you know, bare. I just love these girls. And the lemons. Let's just make sure. Okay, there we go. And we're just going to take and line this up nicely here. Now, when I folded this, I did a lot of playing with it to make sure that the creases were good. There we go. So now we'll just see how pretty that is when it all unfolds. So it's a nice little hidden spot for journaling. You write in there, you right there, you push this up like this, right in here, and that's it. Okay, so that we're going to glue that into our little book once we get done there. And then there's this guy. Oh, I was going to set my timer. Did I set a timer? No. This one here, I'm not 100% certain what we're going to do with it just yet. So, but I wanted to show you to, like, you can leave it that way too. And we're going to do something with it. And then this one here, I'm going to go on the inside of these lines because what I have in mind for it is just a tad too big for the book. And well, it is and it isn't. It depends. But I'm just going to go a little, just on this side, just to give it a little bit of, it's not really, I guess I could have gone more, but well, we'll just do it this way, won't we? Okay, and I have printed on the other side of this using one of the background pages, which I absolutely love. Oops, love this one. I'll show you right away. Okay, we're going to, oh, wait for it, wait for it. Look at that, isn't that pretty? I'll show you right away. I don't know yet which way I'm going to put this. I don't know. I don't know. This has its nice little spot that looks like that book is supposed to sit in there, and it will, but I really like this side too. And each side is so pretty in its own way. It'll be pretty this way, pretty this way. Gorgeous, or it's pretty this way too. So the little book that comes with this, it's all on one page. It's got these guys here and this, and then this little booklet. Well, it's this, and I just made it into a little booklet. I didn't want it too terribly thick because it's got to fit in here. Which, we're going to get rid of this because that's just not going to work. Let's just try. Cut this down a little bit. Okay, so I guess that works fine. That one works fine. This one needs a little more convincing to work. And what I was thinking of doing was putting it as a cover, because I don't think I like that. It's just too big for the cover. But it can go right in here. And so I think I'm going to leave it this way. Okay, let's get you back out of here. So I'm going to really give this a good, I think we can put that away. I don't have any more right now to do. Put that right down in there. There we go. And then we're going to ink it. Ink or not. To ink or not to ink. Me, I like inking. I like getting rid of that. Little bits of white that I may have missed. In my cutting skills. Kind of hides a lot of the little flaws. Okay. And we should do the inside here too. Just make it so it's nice and defined, eh? Yeah. The puppies are so nice and relaxed. Oh my goodness. If somebody comes to that door, it's going to be crazy. But we'll just won't think about that right now. Okay, so now that I have this, and we know that that's not going to work, we're going to trim that right down. Get rid of those. Okay, now there's a skill to this. And I think you do it kind of like you're doing a cardboard box. Now that one's not going to, let's see. I think we might end up taking just a smidge off of here. Just because they seem to be getting a little hot. Just a hair, and just off of the one side, just to see if that works. You see where, oop, not too much, so. All right. Okay, now let's try. Right there. Oop, not too much. Right here. There we go. All right, let's try that now. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put that in here now. 1, 2, 3, and then this one goes right under here. Like so. And then you can put this here, like so. I need to just smoosh that down some more. But you gotta be careful how you glue that in. But you can do it, and then there's only one way that goes together. So if we were going to, see, if we were going to do this, I would do it more over on this one here. Just the little corner. That's all you can do. Okay, let's ink this. Nice flat. Okay, so I'm going to take her and I'm just going to this little corner right here. Like so. Just don't want that to, yeah, there we go. So now that will always have to be, when you put something on there like that, that always has to remain the one that goes on last or something. I don't know. No, it doesn't. This one can still be last. But we're going to let that dry and then we'll put it together. We'll dry it later. Okay, so this here, what I did with my signatures is I just took, well, I haven't trimmed this piece of paper, but I just took my papers and just went like this and then folded them. And then, of course, I had to trim them down a little bit to fit into our little book here. And then what I did was I didn't glue them together because I was thinking, let's put it right side up. I was thinking, like, we could leave a pocket here, put something in here, a pocket maybe on the side. This one I didn't put in there. Yeah. So that's what I was kind of thinking, that, you know, it would be kind of interesting to put some pockets in there, and or, you know, maybe you want to put some little lace or something in there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put this together and let that dry. But first off, we're going to get this done, and we want to go right on that lovely line that's supplied for us, and we want to just give it some help. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing here. And this is kind of not really a defined line, is it? I don't know. We're just going to go right about here and hope for the best. How about here? Let's see if we did. Did we do it? Did we? Yes, we did. Yay! Okay. So now what I'm going to do, because I have them and because I like it, I'm going to put corners on there. Look how many corners I have. And I think I'm going to do the really dark ones. What do you think? Let's do a hook together. I think the really dark ones. I could use that color too. Ooh, No, let's do the black. I'm going to do black. Okay, so I am going to put these away. I got 4, yeah. Okay, and I'm just going to take and put a little bit of glue here. A little bit of glue here. Hopefully I'm not out of screen. My poor dog's bite. Don't worry. He hasn't budged. He has not budged. We're just going to place that in there. And we'll just give it a little squeeze. A little squeeze. I glue this one in place because it's not really thick paper that is going on. And I want to make sure that it does not move. Glue. Okay, don't be so fussy. There we go. There we go. Good. And then we'll do this one, the same thing. And then we'll give it some inking, because I like to ink. I really do. I bought all those corners and I don't use them often enough. So I thought I gotta start using them. Use my stash. There we go. Okay, let that dry. A little glue here. Okay, we'll keep it down. This would be a nice little notebook just to have in your purse. If you carry around a purse, I don't. I had some issues with my neck and shoulders, nerve stuff going on. That was really difficult to do anything, let alone haul around a great big purse. So I just went to my phone case. That's all I do. And then I've stuck that way, just my phone. Okay, get that guy back there. Okay, now we're going to ink these guys up. And I think what we're going to do is ratty-tatty this a little bit. I like a little ratty-tatty. Could have done that before. If I would have been thinking. But I wasn't. Okay. Let's get that back on there. And I'm just going to take my scissors because I don't have that handy-dandy tool. So I'm going to use this handy-dandy tool and just go along there. Give it that, like it's been used a little bit. Okay. Disarm the scissors. There we go. There we go. That looks good. Okay. Could get noisy. So then this here, oh, the puppies are gone. Okay,
You know, if the
I
damn
can get it.
vegetables are really fast. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and put this in here. And once we decide, once we get this all together, we can, oh, look at this, just a tad too long. Well, now what am I going to do? I thought I had them perfect. Well, maybe it's just this guy here. This one right here. Let's try that. It's almost lunchtime. And if that's not the one I have to do it more, well, then I got to do it more. There we go. Try that. Yeah, that's better. I like that better. Nope. No, I don't. Nope, I don't. Really? Okay. Well, let's just take off this little bit here. I don't know what I was measuring up against. Oh, it's this guy here. It's not all of them. It's this guy. Yeah, okay. Let's just get some of this off. Let's just do this, shall we? Okay. Let's see what that does now. What does that do now? Okay, well, let's do a little bit more, shall we? Okay, I was going to take off. Okay, how about that now? Voila. Okay, now we're done. And I lost my corner in all that fussing around. Lost my corner. Don't get too fussy with things until they're dry. And of course I squeezed it on, so now it doesn't want to go on. Obviously I didn't squeeze it on enough. Well, we're just going to get another one. Just going to get another one. Add some more glue. Oh, it's totally stuck to my nail. Okay. Good thing this glue dries clear. Okay. Let's try this one more time. There we go. Okay. Now, let's glue this in. And I'm just going to take and put a lot of glue on here. Because I want it to be in there good. And then we're just going to take and put it in the seam, in the spine there, and there we go. Okay, and I think that might be where I leave it today. We built our, because I want this stuff to dry. I don't want things to go where they're not supposed to go and vice versa. So I think we're going to leave it at this for now. And I will see you next week. And we will, now that's what I wanted to do. 1, 2, and we'll do some decorating. Well, how come that didn't go right? Oh boy. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, I want to go 1 like this, 2 like this. There we go. There we go. Just a nice little something like that. Something like that. Just nice. And we're gonna let that dry. And I'm gonna push this down in here too. There we go. Just to make sure it's in place. And so next time we'll do some decorating and get her finished up. All right, so thank you for joining me today. Have yourselves an awesome day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.